All right, so the next thing is kind of setting the scene, or at least understanding what creates a Godfather offer. And by Godfather, I don't know if you've seen the movie. I haven't even seen the movie. This is kind of just, I remember the quote and I named it, right? This is kind of my unique mechanism for offer creation, where in The Godfather, the classic saying is, I'm going to make you an offer that you can't resist, right? So that's what it means, is like you're going to make someone an offer that they can't resist and they will buy. So the first thing to keep in mind is price. Now, pricing is relative to the value that you provide, and that value is provided in many different ways. It's provided not only in how the information is distributed, so ebooks are naturally going to cost less than a video course or a course on a membership platform like Kartra. Products in general are going to cost less than services and things that require time, because time is valuable, depending on your clear promise as well. A lot of agencies and make money online people can charge higher prices or justify higher prices because they can justify a return on that investment, right? So you have to think, what are they getting, right? What are the people getting from your product or service, and why is it valuable to them beyond just money, right? So that's the entire reason we mapped out or understand our vision, because it's something people want. It's more valuable than just sitting around and not really doing anything, right? So I would also gauge what prices things are going at on in the market, and the price is also impacted by your audience and your perceived authority and your social proof. If you have more social proof, then you can charge more, right? So if you have no social proof, then you are going to have to start at a lower price, like 25 to 50 at the start, and then you can increase over time. And we'll talk about that more when we actually create the product and the service. We'll talk about all of this more, right? We just need to get a foundation down to get all of the ideas out of our head. So, in terms of bonuses, you see this all the time, and what bonuses do is it increases the perceived value of the offer, right? So, it's the whole example of if you buy 90%, or if you buy $90 worth of products, you get free shipping, right? So, it's something free, right? It's an incentive to buy. And so, for me, in terms of the writing product, it's going to be a list of power words, maybe. This is just a brainstorm again. A list of writing book recommendations, because people like book recommendations. It could be other things. It could be a writing checklist, like an editing checklist. And really, it can be really anything that goes into your course or your offer, but it is separate, right? So it's something small that you can make separate and just position it as a bonus, okay? And so the next thing is risk reversal. So risk reversal is big, and in essence, you're trying to reduce the perceived risk of paying you money, right? So that's why people have money back guarantees, but you can make it a bit more compelling, where my guarantee for the cohort is that, and this comes from studying other people and just being creative, right? I can't give you the solidified answer for this, but I took this one from Dickie Bush, because he has the Ship 30 for 30 cohort, and his guarantee was that if anything comes up, there's no refunds, but if anything comes up, you can enroll in any other cohort, or you can be rolled over to any other cohort, so you can actually go through the curriculum. And I took that because it was a good guarantee. Now, a lot of coaches can use the guarantee of where you promise a set amount of leads, or you set a clear promise, and if they don't reach that promise, then you work with them until they do, or you pay them money, or you do work for free for an X amount of time. And this also gives you firepower to kind of create a better, clear promise, right? Even if you don't have results up here, and it's kind of hard with this product, but let's say with a cohort, I guarantee that you land a job within 30 days. What's going to happen if they don't land that job, right? That's the risk reversal, where if they don't land that job, then what happens? I give them a refund. I work with them until they land a job. I will give them access to something, right? It's up to you to be creative and figure this out. But that is the main thing with risk reversal and something else to think about. So with mine, this is just an example. I don't know what it's going to be yet, right? I'm just brainstorming right now. But in terms of my writing product, if they aren't satisfied, they can reach out and I will give them a one-on-one call that's valued at $1,000. So I could give them a one-on-one call if they don't reach that. And this is where leverage comes into play. Where if you were creating a Twitter product and it was like, if you don't reach 1,000 followers, I'll give you 5 retweets for free, right? You can be as creative as you want with this and there's no rules. So the next thing to take into account are sales angles and potential audiences that you could sell to, right? Because your marketing strategy may not work the first time around. It may not work at all. You may not make many sales, and that's just a risk that you have to accept with all of this. You can try to make it as good as humanly possible, but sometimes you just won't make sales. And does that mean that your product or like what's in your product is bad? No, it means that your marketing could use improvement, right? And you have full ability to change that and make it more enticing, right? And so this takes time, iteration, and experience. And so who could I sell this to? Who else could benefit from this aside from who I wrote up here, and who can this help the most, right? And who can I help the most? But who else can it help? So those that want to write better articles, those that want to start a business, those that want to build leverage online and have more career opportunities in the digital economy, those that want to write a book. You can start to think of all the purposes of your interest here and who it applies to and how people use it, right? And so this just gives you a different angle, and you can also include these in your copy. And so with offer stacking, this isn't a service, but pretty much it went over it on the page, is you can use it for contrast and price anchoring and negotiation when you're on a sales call. We're going to be talking about sales in the next module, but when it comes to offer stacking, it's pretty much just a dumbed down version of your offer. So if you have a $5,000 consulting service and it has all of these doodads, these like everything that's making it a great offer, then you pretty much take things away and charge less. So if someone on a sales call can't afford the $5,000 service, then you can be like, okay, well, for $2,500, you still get access to this, let's say the curriculum, but you get half the calls. So you don't get a call every week. You get 4 calls instead of 8, right? And again, with offers, you can change it around as much as you want. It's completely up to you. So with the offer stacking, you can also have, like, if they don't want the full $5,000 service, then you can sell them on, let's say, a $500 call with some DM support or a Discord server or something of that sort, right? So that's in terms of offer stacking. But overall, this just helps round out your offer and makes it that much more persuasive and compelling and gives you more to write on your sales or landing page.